MD Ludmila Vasilyeva is a neurologist, a manual therapist, the head of the chair of applied kinesiology under the Russian Academy of Medical and Social Rehabilitation, the academic advisor of Applied Kinesiology Medical Center, vice president of Russian Association of Manual Therapy, the founder and the director of Interregional Association of Applied Kinesiology. Professor Vasilyeva is considered by the right one of the best specialists on the manual therapy and applied kinesiology in the world. Due to her efforts for 30 years, 10,000 of doctors in various branches of medicine all over the world have started working in a new way up to the highest quality standards, having discovered for themselves a holistic approach to treatment. The question is, how could a person do such a great job all alone? The answer to the question is simple. She was able to create the team of like-minded persons, and their amount is still growing. She is well known not only in former Soviet republics. Her methods of applied kinesiology are widely used by doctors in Canada, Morocco, New Zealand, Australia, Japan and Switzerland. Ludmila Vasilyeva graduated from Tomsk's Medical University, where she learned neuromuscular diseases. Then followed her work at Tomsk Scientific Research Institution of Balneology and Physiotherapy. The range of her scientific interests extended swiftly. The whole series of some significant meetings with the greatest scientists of those times, Professor Popilansky and Levitt, were very helpful. Later, she worked for 15 years as the chair of neurology at Novokuznetsk Medical Refresher Institute. She had come there by the invitation of Professor Kogan and worked her way from resident doctor to the head of the chair. She defended her cants on topic three-plane mobilization in reflex syndrome of cervical osteochondrosis in 1989. After 10 years, she wrote a fundamental scientific work, doctoral thesis called Neurogenic Mechanisms and Pathogenic Manual Therapy of Atypical Motor Patterns in Muscular Pain Syndromes. At the same time, by her initiative, there was formed All-Union Association of Manual Medicine and there were issued journals on manual therapy. In 1991, a new branch of medicine, which had still been unknown in Soviet science before, started in Russia. The research workers of neurology chair with Professor Kogan at the head made acquaintance with their foreign colleague applied kinesiologists. It was then that applied kinesiology in Russia emerged. Professor Vasilyeva compared empiric experience of her foreign colleagues and scientific researches of Soviet specialists. In this way, the researches of Professor Bernstein laid down the foundation of neurophysiological basis of manual muscular tests. Visceral and motor reflexes took an acknowledgement in works of renowned scientist Pavlov and Professor Mahendovich. The function of myofascial chains was confirmed by EMG data. Professor Vasilyeva had been heading the course of conventional medicine since 2002 and after that the chair of manual therapy under Russian State Medical University in Moscow. Later, her scientific and research works are becoming more and more famous all over the world. Her seminars are held now in Baltic countries, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Belarus, Germany, Israel, Bulgaria and the USA. The scientific work goes on unabated. 150 scientific articles, 4 monographs were issued by her. She also received 10 inventor's certificates. Together with Professor Levitt, she published a chapter in United States Manual for Chiropractors. She prepared over 40 users' guide as to the usage of manual therapy and applied kinesiology methods in different branches of medicine. Simultaneously, she created the Scientific Center of Applied Kinesiology and Rehabilitation. She also started the chair of applied kinesiology under Russian Academy of Medical and Social Rehabilitation. She arranged annually international conferences, popular all over the world. The best and the most experienced neurologists, traumatologists, recreation therapists, and manual therapists are getting united in this new branch. There are 10,000 like-minded persons and followers all over the world. Russian specialists have achieved a lot in sportsman rehabilitation. Ludmila Vasilyeva was rewarded with numerous prizes, premiums, and diplomas at the highest level for her contribution to the development of contemporary science, including those from Sport Minister of Russian Federation. Professor Vasilyeva oft speaks on TV, and she's an expert in all kinds of TV programs on medicine within the largest national TV channel.
Если вы кому-то эффективно поможете, пациент от вас никогда не уйдет. Потому что ничего другого такого эффективного, как прикладная кинезиология, просто нет.
УАПК. Профессиональное обучение прикладной кинезиологии.